Hi, my name is Tim Spees with the Peaceful Revolution. Thank you for joining me. In this new video series entitled Finding Freedom Through Faith and Love, we're going to examine those three important terms. Understanding those three terms, freedom, faith, and love, is critical in being able to attain to those things, to find freedom, and to experience love. Let's take a close look at faith in this video. Faith is an extremely important concept according to Joshua of Nazareth, for he said things like, quote, "Your faith has saved you. Go in peace." And quote, "Your faith has healed you." And quote, "Have faith in God." Unquote. So it's an extremely important concept, and he also used the phrase to believe in him. So when Joshua makes a statement like believe in him, he means the same thing as when he says have faith in God or have faith in me. So one of the most powerful things he said is a good illustration of this point. He said the following, quote, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me or has faith in me, even though he dies, yet shall he live. And whoever lives and believes in me or has faith in me will never die." Unquote. So, dear viewer, that is one of the most important promises given to humankind. The word and concept of faith is one of the most important and misunderstood concepts out in the culture. The primary error is to make faith and religion synonymous or meaning the same thing. The mass media promotes this error and advocates this error constantly as they use the terms religion and faith interchangeably. So you will hear things like they of the Muslim faith, or she's of the Catholic faith, or they are of the Jewish faith, or other such similar statements. Now again, this is great error because faith and religion are two completely different things. Let's learn a little bit more about that. Faith and religion are not the same thing, and the distinction is critical. Let's define those two things. Religion is the things that people believe in their mind about God, or the rituals they do pertaining to God or spiritual beliefs. Whereas faith is a deep core level trust in someone or something, often in someone or something that we cannot see. So let's define those really important terms again. Religion is the things that people believe in their mind regarding God or spiritual things, or the rituals they partake in regarding God or spiritual things. Whereas faith is a deep core level trust or confidence in someone or something, oftentimes in someone or something we cannot see. So, for example, a religious statement would be something like, quote, "I need to go to church on Sunday," unquote. That would be a religious comment, not one of faith. Whereas an actual statement of faith, or a comment of faith, for example, would be when a parent has a child overseas in some difficult situation, and the parent says something like, quote, "I trust that Susan will do the right thing in that difficult situation." Everyone has some degree of faith in something, but it's usually in things that we can't see. So examples of things that people normally put their faith in include themselves, their abilities, other people, money, material things, education, careers, and even their religion. So these are things that people typically put their faith in. Now you can have your faith or some degree of faith in several of those things, but most people typically have their primary faith in one thing, themselves. Not all people have a religion or are religious, but all people have their faith in something. Religious people, most of them don't have faith in the God that they profess of their religion, but they all have faith in something. Agnostics and atheists claim not to have faith in anything, but that's a false claim. because we all have our faith in something. Many people put their faith in the unknown God to help them in some dire or difficult circumstance. Most people put their faith in the wrong thing or things. So, for example, how many women have put their faith in a man who claimed to love them, where that claim turns out to be untrue? Or how many people have put their faith in politicians who end up not keeping their promises? When people say, "Oh, I have faith in God," what they usually really mean is that if God exists, they expect God to come along and save them in some dire circumstance. But that's not faith, that's just a mere profession, a religious profession. Real faith doesn't just show up when our fear is great. Rather, real faith manifests itself in our words and behavior and our lives. And so it's critically important that we put our faith in the right thing or the right person. Why? Well, because the one who said that he is eternal life also said that he can save us from ourselves. So let's hear again what faith in the right thing, in this case faith in the right person, can do for us. Joshua of Nazareth said, quote, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me or has faith in me, even though he dies, yet shall he live. And whoever lives and believes in me or has faith in me shall never die." Unquote. So Joshua of Nazareth says that those who put their faith in him will never die. That's the reward. So our faith in him is the bridge that we have to cross over in order to find freedom and eternal life. So I ask the viewer, how important is that? How valuable is that? People who do have some faith in the unknown God have faith that is also misplaced. For if we're not looking to the best representative of God, that faith doesn't help us. So if we have access to the books of John, Luke, Mark, and Matthew, but are not reading them regularly and trying to understand Joshua of Nazareth, then our faith is misplaced. Those who have misplaced faith cannot expect to receive the promises of the one who said things like, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," who said things like, "Put your faith in me and also in God," who said, "I am the best representation of the true and the living God." If we have faith in the wrong things, or our faith is misplaced, we cannot expect to receive those promises. So if you want some assurance that you will defeat death when your body dies, it's really critical that you place your faith in the right person, and that of course is the resurrected one, Jesus or Joshua of Nazareth. The distinction between faith and beliefs, or mere beliefs, is very important and critical. How can you know if you have faith versus mere religious beliefs? Well, Joshua said it this way: you cannot serve God and money. Think about that. If your faith is in money, then you will talk about and serve money. If your faith is in yourself, you will talk about and serve yourself primarily. If your faith is in God as revealed by Joshua of Nazareth, however, then you will talk about and serve God through Jesus or Joshua of Nazareth. And no, that doesn't mean going to some religious ritual you call a church service. Instead, it means that you will be telling other people about the one who sets you free, who gave you eternal life, and who has enabled you to love. Said another way, faith will always drive behavior, whereas beliefs often will not. So if you say that you have your faith in the real historical Joshua of Nazareth as he reveals himself in the 4 books of John, Luke, Mark, and Matthew, and you know that he says you cannot serve God and money, then your daily behavior will reflect that. You will not be working for money. Working for money will not be a primary goal or motivation in your life. Or, for example, if you know that Joshua of Nazareth says, "Love one another" to his disciples, then your daily behavior will reflect that, which means you'll be sharing your life and all your material things with other disciples and helping them in every way each day. This is what love does, and this would be a reflection of faith in Joshua of Nazareth. So having faith in God is definitely better than having faith in other things, but only having faith in the God revealed by the one who said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," and who defeated death to validate that claim. Only faith in Him will give us freedom and eternal life. So everyone, dear viewer, has their faith in something or some things or ones. How about you? What's your faith in? Can what you have your faith in deliver you from being controlled by fear and self-pride and selfishness? Can what you have your faith in save you from a meaningless and purposeless life? Can what you have your faith in provide you peace and contentment in this world? Can what you have your faith in enable you to know what love is and empower you to live by love and rightness? I urge you, dear viewer, to put your faith in the one who said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." For only He can deliver to us what we so desperately need: freedom, love, and eternal life. If you are hurting, confused, broken, or at the end of your rope, so to speak, and would like to start a new life without all of the wrong choices, ignorance, and lack of good purpose that led you to where you are right now, then please contact me. If you are a Christian and want to know the difference between merely being some kind of Christian and actually following the real historical Joshua of Nazareth, then please contact me. If you're a Christian and your leaders would not be afraid to debate me at their religious organization's main meeting, I'd be glad to do so. Please contact me. In essence, if you would like to know what is involved in following the real historical Joshua of Nazareth as he reveals himself by his own words in the 4 gospel books, and how he says we ought to be living our lives, then please come join the peaceful revolution. My phone number and email address are easily available at the bottom of every page on our website at the following URL. That's www.thepeacefulrevolution.info. Again, that contact information is available at the bottom of every page of our website at www.thepeacefulrevolution.info.